Friday night knife review. Now you might ask yourself, what's in the tin, Spaz? What's in the freaking tin, Spaz? Well, I'll actually have to open it up here in a second, but this is just a little tin that I bought at freaking Walmart, and I only paid 20 bucks for it. But let's go ahead, let's open it up, and let's see what's on the inside of it. You got a message from the Buck family. There, if you want to, I'll get it right there, and hopefully it goes into macro mode, so you can, if you wanted to pause it and read it, you can go right ahead and do so. Anyhow, these are my first buck knives I've ever purchased in my entire life. Now, you might wonder yourself, why wasn't it in any sort of clamshell packaging? That's because I started off recording the last of the video on this last time, but I forgot to turn the microphone on. So, that's a thing. That's also part of the reason why I have this other pocket knife sitting here, which was in the last video. I'll link that at the end of the video. But anyhow, let's go ahead, let's open up, let's grab this 379 that's right here. It's just a single little jackknife. It's just got your standard clip point blade on it. And if you're wondering what the material, what the handle material is here, it's pack of wood. At least that's what the packaging says. Now, if you look at this exact same set on Smoky Mountain Knife Works, it says that it's cherry wood. And I don't know why, for some reason, I thought it was rosewood. But that's not important. And the knife steel on these is 3CR13 MOV. They're made in China, which is why they were $20 for the whole thing with the tin. So take that as being about $9 for the knife. But since doing that would be boring, let's just go ahead and let's see if it opens and closes just fine. Yeah, it opens and closes just fine. Is the blade in there pretty good? It has a little bit of play, but the blade's kind of thin, so I expect it to have a little bit of play. But is it sharp? Well, let's find out. I got the paper right here. Yeah, the little tab that's right here isn't lying. But yeah, 379 on it sharp, and I gotta say, it's actually kind of an attractive little knife. It feels pretty nice in the hands, and don't know how I feel about having just one blade with 3CR13, but it'd work out just fine, easy to sharpen. And then we have the 373 here, which is a Stockman knife, which is actually surprisingly fat. You got your clip point blade, you got your weird kind of drop point sheep's foot blade, and you got your spay blade, and then you got your sheep's foot blade on the other side. But are they any sharp? Well, let's fold her down and let's see if the clip point blade's sharp. The tip's sharp, but the blade isn't very sharp on that one. All right, let's get the sheep's foot blade out. Let's see if that's any sharper. That's substantially sharper. And last but not least, the reason why I'm saying this is like a clip point spay blade, it's just kind of awkward. I wish my camera would focus on it. But let's see if it's any sharp. Pretty sharp. Not the sharpest thing I've ever freaking experienced. I mean, the grind on it doesn't look all the greatest. I mean, the camera's not going to probably want to focus in on it, but they're all hollow grinded. The only thing that's kind of weird to me is that this thing's surprisingly fat. I mean, like, even compared to this little Imperial for the M15 that I got right here that was in last week's video, this thing's surprisingly fat for what it is. And I didn't check to see if the blades were in there very good. So, a little tiny little bit of play in there. But yeah, that's the Buck. That's the Buck. There wasn't an actual number on it. It's just a Buck freaking combo set that I got from Walmart for 20 bucks. Anyhow, I will put the link to that because it's not on Walmart's website because I think they were supposed to be out for the holiday, well, for Christmas, and they never got put out for Christmas. Otherwise, I would have bought it then. But if you enjoyed what you've seen here, if I was actually somewhat decent in this video, freaking let me know. But my first Buck knives, hell yeah. By the way, don't be afraid to check out either of these videos that are going on right here because, they won't hurt you. I mean, if you missed last week's video, it's right, well, one of these sides.